Now I'm starting to worry. Like, am I seeing orange and you're seeing green? That was not funny.
The piece was to keep a straight face the whole time till you get to the point where you're questioning the whole thing, which is great because it got
really
to that
did.
point. Right.
I really started to think I was crazy.
Surprise topic.
Oh, I love surprises. I think sometimes.
Life after LASIK.
Okay.
My podcast co-host, shout out to the Black Futurist, Maurice Dolberry, kid's Uncle Mo, Dr. Maurice Dolberry, who has had bad eyes and bad knees since he was 17, finally decided to start doing something about his eyesight.
Yeah.
He called one day after I couldn't reach him for a few days. He was calling me right after he had LASIK surgery, which was something that we've talked about for years. And you being a designer was something that we were kind of hesitant about because of its potential impact on your ability to see color and shapes and how it would impact your ability to work.
Right. Not shapes, but you.
Yeah. So after you went to your questions with Mo and heard his experience, all I had was jokes about Minority Report when Tom Cruise had his eyes sucked out and put new eyeballs in. You decided, I want to do it.
Yeah.
So what was that conversation in your head?
This brings me joy. Okay, so you told me that Mo had LASIK surgery. I had discussed it with Demi, our daughter, a while ago, and she said that someone she knew had LASIK surgery, right? And it was life-changing. The words life-changing stuck with me, right? So then Mo gets his surgery, and then he said the word life-changing, and I was like, I have to do this. So let's say I found out Wednesday that he had surgery. That next Monday, it was actually Tuesday because it was the day after Labor Day, I scheduled a consultation. That weekend I had asked him all about it, how it was, how it felt, how he's doing, any issues. He described it as life-changing, waking up like, oh man, I left my contacts in, but I really didn't. I can actually see. And so I went for a consultation. I went for a consultation on Tuesday and came home Tuesday like, all right, I scheduled my appointment for surgery. I can't get it this Friday, but I'm going to go next Friday.
Yep.
And then I had my surgery the next Friday.
Well, there's some things to the story that we have to tell.
Okay.
So if anybody is watching who's considering getting LASIK surgery, anybody who has trouble with eyesight, there's a story to tell here. And I think the punchline is it's probably worth it. It's a good story. So you're not going to get freaked out. Here's the other thing to know. Right now, you do not have on any corrective eyewear. You have basically between 2020 and 2015 vision, which is better than normal, with no eye correction.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
It is fantastic. And he's absolutely right. It's life-changing because I've been wearing contacts and glasses since I was like 14 years old. I had surgery on Friday. On Saturday, we were in Charlotte, overnight at our friend's house. So I don't have to pack contacts, I don't have to pack my glasses, I don't have to pack eye juice. Like, these are all things that always go with you no matter what when you're wearing contacts and glasses. So the fact that I didn't have to pack those was great. The only thing that I'm doing now is I have to put eye drops in my eyes. So I got my surgery on Friday. I had a post-op on Monday, and then he was like, Tuesday you can stop with your medicated eye drops. We stopped Tuesday night, right? And so I have to continue putting regular just teardrops in my eyes to keep them moist for 6 to 8 weeks. And for the first, I would say, week and a half, maybe, I needed it. It felt like, if you wear contacts, it felt like there was an eyelash in your eye or just something in your eye. So you constantly wanted to re-wet your eyes. But now I forget about my eyes completely. So I have to try to remind myself to put eye drops in my eyes because they don't get dry anymore. It's perfect.
So for context, your eyesight was really bad for years.
Yes. I had... In my right eye was -6, and my my left eye was -5.5, I think.
So I don't know what all that means, but it means bad eyesight.
Who can't see know exactly what that means.
Right. What I know is that we had a running joke that if the zombie apocalypse ever came, you were screwed.
We sure did. So like as we're driving home, I was like, zombie apocalypse, I'm gonna be fine.
Right. You were zombie bait for years. Like, if it's gonna go down, somebody got to survive for the kids, and it probably won't be you.
But you know what? Now I don't have the glasses to start the fire anymore.
Okay, so there's that. You went from like can't see from here to 10 feet away. Everything is a big blur. To
Yeah.
now being able to see as well as anybody.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. Before you got it, there was also a funny part of the story, which is you went on YouTube, and there was a YouTuber who was talking about getting LASIK.
Yeah.
And her video damn near made you throw your phone out the window.
Yeah.
But the thing was that it wasn't about LASIK. It was about this other procedure called PSK or
PRK.
PRK.
Yeah.
Right.
That was the other type of surgery. But like, also I reached out to Mo to tell him that I had saw that, because he was like, don't watch anything before you go for your surgery. And he was right, because watching hers, she didn't have the recovery that I had. Right.
She didn't have the surgery you had.
Right. Hers was different. I don't want to say more difficult. It was just different because I don't know anything about
It's
it.
a whole different thing.
So Mo and I, we recovered just fine. You know, you come home, you sleep for 3 to 4 hours. You made dinner for me and fed me while I couldn't see. And then, you know, you wake up later on that day. I was running into stuff because I was still woozy from whatever drug I was on.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was fine. And the next day, like I said, we went out, we left town. So yeah, I would definitely recommend not looking up anything, no videos, because honestly, I think, you know, everybody recovers differently.
Now-
I thought you were going to talk about the coloring book.
No, I'm not going to. We can talk about
Okay,
the coloring
okay.
book. So, there's a piece. The concern was, how do you know if you lose color?
Right. Will purple still look purple? Will blue still look blue? Because that's what I do for a living. So that would be a problem.
Right. So I have this problem-solving brain, and that is a fun thing to think about. You gave me a problem, and I was like, okay.
And literally, like
How would
in
we
5
do it?
seconds, you kicked out an answer.
Right. And I think the answer was, what was the
It was
answer?
pretty good. You said buy a coloring book, buy 2 coloring books.
2 identical coloring books.
Yeah, and crayons.
Right.
And then what was it? It's supposed to be like a color by number?
You got to get the 64 crayon. Can't be 8. Got to get a lot of different color shades.
Why can't it be 8 though?
Because 8 is too easy. You'll be able to pick it out. 8, you have to be able to say, here's 64 or 200 crayons.
Right, but
now
you
color
also,
by number.
You also said that I'd be able to tell that I had used the blue crayon.
No, well, see, you're skipping a
said
part.
that.
You have to buy 2 identical boxes of crayons.
Yeah.
Because you get 2 coloring books, you get 2 identical big box of crayons, and say, color this thing by number.
Yeah.
You pick the blue crayon out. Then you got to look at 64 crayons, decide which one is blue, and do it. And then I take that coloring book from you and that book, that's crayons from you. You go get the surgery, recover. I give you a brand new coloring book, brand new crayons, and see if you color the same thing.
And now we match them. And
Right.
so you played a joke on me yesterday, which was so not funny. What did you do?
You got a Tanzanian flag or scarf from a friend who just visited Tanzania, and we looked up the flag on Google, and I said, "Oh man, your scarf is the same color as the flags." And you're like, "There's no green in the flag."
You were dead serious too. I'm looking at the scarf and I'm like, it's blue and orange and white. And you were like, no, the flag is blue and lime green and white. And I was like, yeah, this is not the same colors. This is not the flag. And you were like, are you serious? Because that's green. And I was like, no, it's not. It's orange. And you were like, are you serious? And now I'm starting to worry. Like, am I seeing orange and you're seeing green? That was not funny.
The piece was to keep a straight face the whole time till you get to the point where you're questioning the whole thing, which is great. Because
You
it got
really
to
did.
that point. Right. Which is fantastic.
I really started to think I was crazy.
Or couldn't see. Not crazy, just couldn't see right, which is what I wanted.
Not funny.
That was fun. Yes, it was.
That was not funny.
Here's the thing. Before LASIK, of course I was concerned. So I'm like, laser beams in your eye. Laser beams. So, I mean, I don't know how many text streams we had, and there was gifs of Cyclops going back and forth from the X-Men because laser beams in your eye. But I knew some of the history of LASIK. It was intriguing. I know the surgery's been done so many times, but just listen to the where LASIK came from, if you didn't know that or not.
Lord.
A prominent Russian eye surgeon, Fyodorov, was treating a severely nearsighted young boy who'd fallen and gotten shards of glass stuck in his eye.
Oh my God.
Fortunately, the damage was minimal. A sliver was shaved off the cornea. Following the accident, the boy noticed a vast improvement in his vision. Dr. Fyodorov examined the child's eyes and discovered the tiny cuts made by the glass that reshaped his cornea and corrected the child's focus. He became exceedingly intrigued with this unforeseen discovery that he continued to study the matter and publish his findings. They would go on to use scalpels to cut cut some people's eyes and eventually would replace the scalpels with lasers. So this whole thing came from somebody who got glass shards in their eye and got better vision, and now it's become this practiced surgery.
Interesting.
Which is nuts. Now, there is a downside. You haven't shared.
Okay, so he said when I went in for my post-op that my vision will be correcting itself over the next 2 to 3 months. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how much better I can see in 2 to 3 months, if at all. The thing that I noticed and have been noticing right away is that when looking at my phone, most of the time, like checking my email and everything, I can't read it because it's too small. Now he said, you can just upsize your font, and I just have a problem with that. I don't want to be that old yet. So I leave the font the way that it is, the size that it is, but it's also difficult to read. So like I got to put it back here or reading glasses.
Now she said she doesn't want to be that old yet.
He likes to make fun of my reading glasses.
No, it's not the glasses I'm making fun of.
Oh, it's me?
Nope.
I like my reading
Go ahead, put them on. And there it is. You put librarian strings on them.
I love my librarian. Look at these.
You haven't put them on yet.
Oh, sorry. Here's my reading glasses. So I have to look. See. I can see perfectly now. I love everything about that. But yes, I do the old thing because I have to look at you like this, so that I can see you.
Right.
And then I can see my phone. Diddy said the same thing last night. She was like, "Oh my God, my parents just got old overnight."
No, one of her parents got old overnight. The other one did not.
I got these on purpose because I absolutely love them. I think they're so pretty.
Yes.
Now these I'm replacing because these we got from like Walgreens or CVS. I just needed to see what strength I needed.
The downside of what has happened.
The strength is really low. I had to go into CVS and find a 1.5 or no, 1.5 was too strong. 1.25 works. We tested them. So now that I know what my strength is, I'm going to go to Warby Parker and get some reading glasses. And then I'm really going to put these on. I love these. I bought like 3 of them.
You've traded having to wear full-time glasses from the minute you wake up. You've now traded those glasses for damn near full-time reading glasses.
That's true. I thought about that last night as I was laying in the bed watching television without having to use any glasses or anything, right? Which I typically had to. So my eyes are resting. I don't have to wear anything on my eyes. But it occurred to me in that moment at like 11 o'clock at night that you've literally had those reading glasses on from say 9:30 to I don't know, like maybe 10:30 at night, because I'm constantly looking at screens. If I'm not looking at my phone, I'm looking at my computer all day long. So yes, you're absolutely right. But the ability to be able to take them off anytime I need to, between working out, hiking, any physical activity, I don't need, contacts or glasses anymore. That's huge for me.
I understand. So your mid-range and distance vision have been hugely corrected.
Yeah.
Your ability to wake up in the middle of the night and look and see the alarm clock across the room, or watch TV without glasses on, not falling asleep with glasses on or contacts in. That's all eliminated.
Yeah.
And I'm anxious to see how you approach this problem of still having full-time glasses because you sit at the screen to design and look at your phone.
It doesn't bother me because the strength in the glass is just 1.2.5. Knowing that my vision is going to, according to them, it should improve even more within the 2 to 3 months. I'm curious how it will change in terms of the closer vision. But he did also say that, that's coming with age. Like as you get older, that closer vision goes, which I see even from you. Like as you get older, you start pushing it back, and friends that I know that have never worn glasses are also starting to do the same thing or wear reading glasses. So, I knew that with age, your eyesight's going to go no matter what. But in terms of my distance vision, I'm golden.
I just want to make sure that you don't end up doing this when you're trying to read stuff or looking over your glasses like this, like
I look over my glasses now, but I'm okay with that.
You might want to get some of them progressive lenses. I'm telling you, like
I'm not doing that.
With nothing at the top, just nothing, and then just the reading statement. That way, you can always just have the glasses on when you're at the desk. You can take them off when you want to go live. Okay, all right, keep the camera rolling. Life after LASIK.